And another mystery, UFOs. As we reported yesterday, the Pentagon has released its fourth batch of UFO files, and the White House is going one step further. It has formed a new council and filled a role on this council to help investigate these unidentified phenomena. Harvard astrophysicist Dr. Avi Loeb joins me. Nice to see you. Nice to have you back again, sir. And congratulations on getting on this council. Tell me, what do you intend this council to be? What have you been doing? And did they give you a budget so that you can do what you need to do?
Well, thanks for having me. I assembled 18 scientists with expertise in physics, oceanography, data analysis, artificial intelligence, statistics, and psychology. And the goal is to be guided by evidence, by data. Now, some of the data was already released in 4 batches from the US government, but it's not conclusive. It's hard to tell what distances of objects are and whether the orbs are, for example, ball lightning or maybe laser beams producing spheres, glowing spheres of plasma in the air. We need more data, better data. One way to get it is to request it if the government has it. And we submitted a request for 50 items of information that we are hoping to get a response to. But at the same time, if the data is not good enough from past reports, we can recommend new sensors. We did that already. There is a range of sensors that will give us better clues, because it's just like a detective story where we can get to the truth by collecting more clues.
Are they, I mean, I guess that you made your submission to get more information suggests to me that they're holding more information. Why would they not just turn everything over to you in one fell swoop? I mean, if they want to get this out, if they want to be transparent, you know, to put you through the hoops. I got to tell you, trying to get information out of the government is enormously difficult. So, I mean, if you can possibly get them just to open the door for you.
Well, the declassification process takes time. I mean, some of the information is buried within the bureaucratic structure of the US government. Not everyone is aware of all the details. So, you know, it will take weeks or months to get there. But in particular, you know, if there is a high resolution image of an object that indicates that it's definitely not human-made, that would be of great interest. But even if we figure out some of the objects that are human-made that were previously unidentified, that's of great significance for national security, because these objects are hovering over strategic assets of the US. So at the very least, if you adopt a down-to-earth approach, you know, then what we are doing is helping the Pentagon, the intelligence agencies fulfill their mission, because then they would know if we are being spied upon. For example, there was the Chinese spy balloon shut down in 2023. And every time I see an ant in the kitchen, I realize that, you know, I get alarmed, because I realize that there must be many more ants hiding under the sink. And in this case, for every Chinese spy balloon, there should be many drones and balloons that the Chinese were operating. We haven't noticed them. Maybe we called some of them orbs. So at the very least, we're dealing with a national security concern, which is a serious matter. But even if one out of these millions of objects happens to be non-human made, that would be the biggest discovery ever made by humanity.
What are the 40-some batches of files that were released? What provoked that? Other than that, you know, I'm a little annoyed that we haven't had those earlier. But why did they suddenly release those?
Well, that came from the directive from President Trump. It changed the mindset. I mean, if you look at Steven Spielberg's film, Disclosure Day, you would see the main character having their car smashed against a moving train because the government is upset. But in my case, my car is intact, and the government is seeking cooperation with the scientific community. And this gives me hope that reality is far more inspiring than the script of Steven Spielberg. And we may get to the bottom of this as a result of disclosure and cooperation between scientists and the government. And I think that's the right way to approach it, rather than have opinions or beliefs aired on social media. That's not a good way to figure out what the nature of these objects is.
Are they giving you the resources you need to do this? Because obviously, you want to get this done sooner rather than later.
Right. We will do the best we can. I will work around the clock. I'm already doing that. And it's, we're not getting funded, but I think that through the expertise that we have and the dialogue that we have with the relevant branches of government, that includes the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office in the Pentagon, the FBI, the White House, and the intelligence community, through all of these channels, we can make progress. So stay tuned. History does not need to repeat itself, and the future may be better than the past. At least that's what I will try to make it.
Well, I have no doubt that you get to the bottom of it, you can navigate it. You know all this stuff way out in space. My biggest worry is whether you can navigate Washington, where everyone plays, where it's so hard to navigate the rules and the bureaucracy and everybody else. Everyone claims everything is national security or as classified. So,
one thing to keep in mind is that there are two subjects that unify all Americans, and that includes, members of Congress from both parties. That is national security and whether we are alone in the universe. These are two subjects that bring everyone together. So I think we can work together and figure it out.
Good for you. I look forward to it. And I look forward to coming to Washington, sitting on my set. We can have more of a conversation. Dr. Avi Loeb, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for having me.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.